Is Laura here. I'm here to start a new reading vlog. This vlog will go until the end of next week. And next Friday or the next week, I'm going to go to Epic Reads Day. So I'm going to try to bring my camera and get you guys some footage. One can hope. But I want to show you guys what I'm reading this week, and that will lead the end of that video will be maybe a book haul and also maybe a little bit of footage of that adventure, even if they don't let me film there. But let's get into it. So I just started reading The Darkest Legacy by Alexandra Bracken. This is the fourth book in the Darkest Mind series. It is technically like a spin-off, but you do see all the old characters, and the lead character is not Ruby, it is Zoo, who was the little girl in the first series. But I have to admit, this book is so beyond fantastic, and I think when I read Darkest Mind when it first came out, and I really liked it. I thought it was a really, really dark dystopian. But reading this book series now, especially in like the climate of things, it is hitting really, really close to home. Like, especially politically, like what's going on with the refugees. Not to get too political on this channel, but it's definitely like hitting that nerve, and it's like it sometimes breaks your heart. And I love Zoo a lot. I think it's really nice to get inside her head, because in the first series there was always like a wall between her and the other characters, and when you read that series and when you read this, you'll figure out why. I definitely recommend you really have to read the Darkest Mind series before you read this, but I really like it. I am just about 144 pages, and this is also a really, really big book. But I am going to the Alexandra Bracken signing at the end of the month, and I will try to get some footage for you guys. But I'm really liking it so far. I'm not sure what my reading plans for this week are. I really hope to finish this and make a couple other progress on my other books. But right now, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up about what I'm reading. And yeah, so I have to head to work in a bit. So I'm going to hopefully try to read at least 100 pages before I go to work. And then I'm also in the middle of reading Hocus Pocus the sequel on my phone, because I can sneakily read at work. So I'm going to read that, but hopefully I can make some progress on this and hopefully finish this by Sunday. I'm also about to start my third week of my Shadow and Bone reread, which means, I've never read before, so my third week of that, so I have to read 5 chapters this week and listen to 5 chapters of The Unexpected Everything, which I'm enjoying both of those, but I'm really excited for this. So I will check in probably tomorrow when I come home from work, and Barnes & Noble, because I have to do a bit of shopping. But yeah, so I'll talk to you guys later. Back in, because I just realized I never read the last short story in the Through the Dark collection. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish reading Darkest Legacy, and then I'm going to go read that short story, because I never read it. That's probably really important. Alright, so I'm going to read that after I read this, and hopefully that a few little things make a little bit more sense. Oh, but I'm so silly. But otherwise, I'm really enjoying this book. You don't need to read that story, to be really honest with you, but I'm sure it would make the world make a little bit more sense. So definitely after this, I'm going to go read that. But I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Lori here. I'm checking back in. It's Saturday afternoon, right before dinner time. I actually did make a lot of progress on Darkest Legacy, but I worked this morning. The kids were a little bit chaotic, so I didn't get as much reading done as I wanted to be. I probably shouldn't read when I watch them anyway, but they were really, really quiet for the first half of the morning. And then I wound up going to Barnes & Noble with my dad, which you guys will see in a haul later in this week. And then I wound up reading a little bit more of Darkest Legacy, and I'm on 304. I really like this book. I think it's so interesting, because like now Zoo is the lead character, and Zoo is like, again, read Darkest Minds. Alright, this is going to be a slight spoiler for Darkest Minds, so if you haven't read that series, just fast forward like a minute. Basically, in the series, Zoo does not speak for like 3/4 of the book. Like, a lot of the series. Most of the series she doesn't speak. So being inside her head and also seeing her interact with other people is like an experience. Like, talking is such a cool experience, especially her role in this book is even more mind-boggling, because that's not what you ever would expected her to do. But I really, really love this book. I think it's fascinating because she's the lead, and she's kind of in a situation that's kind of has her isolated from everybody, and you don't really know why. You don't know what her friends are doing or what sides her former friends are really on. And that's just really, really compelling. The mystery is so interesting, and I'm really intrigued to see how this book all shakes out. You also get to see cameos from a lot of characters, or at least hear about them. I still love Chubbs. I think he's great, and you get to see him in this book as well. And I'm really intrigued to see how this mystery is gonna go. Right now, it's definitely a 5-star read for me. I cannot wait to meet Alexandra Bracken. I've met her a lot, but I get to see her again at the end of this month. But yeah, this is just a really good book. If you guys were fans of the Darkest Mind series, definitely check this book out because I really, really am enjoying it. I'll try to check in tonight. I'm going to maybe do a bit more reading as I watch Greek. I'm on my endless Greek rewatch, and then hopefully make some more progress in this so I can finish this by early next week or early this week. But those are my thoughts. I just wanted to share them with you, and I'll speak to you guys in a bit. Guys, I'm checking back in. It is about 7:03 on Saturday night, and I am about on page 366 of The Darkest Legacy. This book is so freaking good. I am so enjoying it. It's definitely so nice to be back into this world, and I love it. I'm really like enjoying this story so much. I definitely hit the point where it's like super hard to put down because every chapter there's like a little bit more. Zoo's really interesting. One of my favorite tropes in all of YA literature is a trio of characters, and that is what the first Darkest Mind series had. It's what the second series has as well. I just love it. I'm loving the expansion of the world. I'm loving the connections back to the first series, and I'm a big sucker for mysteries, especially in the summer. And the mystery in this is super interesting, but also in a world that I like really, really care about. So I'm really hooked. I'm saying I'm about like 50% done. I would love to actually make more progress on this tonight and get much farther. I love to track my progress on Goodreads to tell you how far I am, but the pages in my arc is a little bit off just because it's like a different size. So I don't actually know. According to Goodreads, I'm at 60%, but I don't think I'm that far. But I'm really liking it. So I can't wait to read more and give you guys my thoughts. I will try to check in tonight. If I wind up actually really reading this all tonight, I will definitely check in. But I don't think I'll probably finish this maybe tomorrow, if not tonight. But I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. It's Lori here. I am back. It is Monday, and I can report I did finish Darkest Legacy, and I read most of this during the day yesterday when I was at work between all my breaks, and when I got home, I really wanted to power through and finish it. So I did, and that is why I didn't update because I wanted as much reading time in without updating stuff. But oh my god, this book was so good. I really can't say enough good things about this. If you have read the Darkest Mind series, you definitely need to check this out when it comes out next or at the end of the month. I adored this book so much. It was such a fun reemergence back into the world. I think Alexandra Bracken did an amazing, amazing job of not only being reminiscent of the former series, because Zoo is the main character who was a lead in that series, but she was not the main character. That was Ruby. But also like really jet setting this series forward in such a fun way. I loved the new characters that we met. There was a certain new boy that I really liked, but there was also just a lot of world building growth that I really liked. This book is definitely a darker dystopian, but I loved it. It had a mystery at the heart of it, and I love mysteries. And this book is, according to my arc, I think it's like 5, it's like a little bit, it's like 560, and I think that's like wrong. I think that once it's a hardback, it will be like 400 pages. But I really flew through this, and I was really impressed by it. I really wanted to like it, and I was really not surprised. I love being in Zoo's head, and I think I've said this in a couple of opinions, but the character of Zoo is very different in the Darkest Mind series. This is not a spoiler. Well, it is if you've never read the book, but she doesn't speak in the first series. She doesn't speak a lot, or she speaks very, very little. But so being inside her head and seeing her role in this book was so fun. I really loved it. I thought that it was great, and I really can't wait for the world to read it. I would definitely want more in this series, but I would be really okay if it was a standalone. I am going to ask Alexandra Bracken when I see her at the end of the month to see if she could get me some information. But I loved it. I thought it was great. It was such a fantastic reemergence to this world, and I really loved it. Cannot wait to go see the Darkest Mind movie. But yeah, this was spectacular. 5 stars, definitely an auto buy from me, and I have my own personal copy from Good Choice Reading, and I will be seeing her at a book signing to get a couple of other things signed. But yeah, definitely an amazing read, and I hope you guys will consider checking it out. Let me know in the comments when this video goes live if you're going to check out this book. And yeah, so this was what I finished reading last night. And after this is like a very, very emotional read, I will say that. So I needed something fun. So I'm going to show you guys the next book I'm going to read or reading, which is actually, ironically, also from Disney Publishing. And it's also another book arc that I got at BEA. I've also been mentioning in these reading vlogs that I am doing a summer reading challenge. It is not through my bookish group, but it is through TBR and Beyond, which is on Goodreads. And the way that is you have like a board game and you roll dice, and then whatever little square you land on, you get like a you have to read a book in that genre. So my next genre to read was a space theme book, and I was originally gonna read Heart of Iron, but I just wanted something really easy to fly through. So I wound up picking up Sanity in Tallulah by Molly Brooks. This does not come out until October, but it just is adorable. It is a graphic novel, which I've been reading a lot of graphic novels recently, especially YA ones, and I've actually really liked them. But this one just sounded really cute. It's about these two girls, Sanity and Tallulah, and they live on a space station. Sanity, I think this is Sanity. She is desiring to be a little scientist, and she inadvertently creates a three-headed cat. This is one of the heads. I'll actually show you a picture of the three-headed cat because it's really, really cute. Where's the cat? Ah, there we go. That is a picture. The drawings are adorable. And the princess is the three-headed cat is called Princess Sparkle, Destroyer of Worlds. And so after she creates this cat, she gets into a lot of trouble with the station supervisor. And the station supervisor takes the cat and tries to put it somewhere, but when the cat goes missing, Sanity and Tallulah have to come to the rescue. And it's actually it's so fun. I mean, I'm already on page 146. I think the art style is really fun. It's definitely like it kind of reminds me a little bit of like a soap opera, like the way it's structured. Like you have the kid journey, you have the space adventure with like her Sanity Tallulah's brother, and then you have the adults. It's just so fun. I'm really loving it, and I'm already like about halfway through. So I really wanted something quick and easy, and then I will probably hand this over to the kids at the gym, but I wanted to add in this reading wrap up so that I could tell you guys about it. So my goal is to make a little bit more progress and maybe even finish this tonight and then roll the dice and see what I'm going to read next. But that is my small update on Sanity and Tallulah, and hopefully I'll be able to update you guys more later. But I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Guys, I'm back, and I did wind up finishing Sanity and Tallulah. It was a super short read, but I really liked it. I think that this is going to be a great sci-fi adventure for younger kids. I really sped through it, and I am about to turn 31. But I really loved it. I thought it was I think the art style is so easily to follow. I like that there were a bunch of different stories focusing on various, there's the two little girl leads, but there's also a story with one of, I think it's her brother and her dad as they go on an adventure. There's also an adult storyline, and there is just two girls using science to save the day, which I really liked. I thought it was super fun. I would love to see this become like a series, but overall it was such a fun read. I will have a review on my blog closer to release day. This comes out in October, but I just wanted to give you guys my short thoughts here. But yeah, I really, really liked it. So I kind of went back to the game that I'm playing, and I wound up I rolled my dice, and the topic I got optioned was a fantasy book. And I was going to read Grace and Fury. That was the original plan, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be in one of the book boxes I'm getting next month. So I decided to put that off to the side, and I decided to pick up Rule by Ellen Goodett. This is also a novel pick, and it comes out in September. And it's basically about these three girls, and when they wind up being brought before the king, they all think that they're about to be executed. But when it's revealed that they are actually his last living heirs, and only one of them can rule, their lives get a little bit more complicated, and I've heard really good things about this book, so I'm really excited to dive in. It says it's Pretty Little Liars meets Three Dark Crowns with a dash of King Lear in the sensational and striking new fantasy debut. So hopefully I'm going to do some bookish related crafting so I can finally start posting stuff on my Etsy shop, and then I hope to go back to watching a bit of Greek and reading this. But yeah, I am really excited to dive into this novel and give you guys my thoughts, but I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, Lori here. I'm here to give a small update. I did make some progress on Rule, by Ellen Gadet. This is actually a book that comes out in September from Novel. I did say in my previous video that the reason I wasn't reading Grace and Fury was because I thought it was going to be in a book box. Turns out I kind of have to review Grace and Fury because I got accepted for a blog tour, so that will be the next book that I'm reading. I don't normally read books of such similar genres back to back, but my date is really, really near and I don't want to like miss my blog post. So after this, I'm going to be diving into that. But oh my god, I really like this book. I think I gave you guys a premise at the beginning, but it's basically about these three girls. They're in this kingdom, and these three girls have been summoned by the king, and they all have kind of deep secrets that they're afraid that that's the reason they're at this person, like that they've been summoned. But that's not the reason they've been summoned. Those reasons may be their undoing because they are the illegitimate daughters of the king, and the king is dying. So they're going to choose someone to rule in his place, and it's so fascinating. I'm really intrigued by it. I think there might be even an LGBTQ romance developing, but the magic system is really weird, really really cool. I mean, I really like it. It's basically you like cut your arm or something, and that gives you power, and use tinctures to like give you guys more boosts. But you can also, with your family members, you can incite illnesses on them, and that's like a darker shade of magic. But I'm really liking it so far. I'm about 84 pages in. It is about to thunderstorm like there is no tomorrow, so I wanted to film this now. Hopefully my power doesn't go out, but if it does, I will definitely be reading by candlelight. So I will keep you guys updated if I can, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi guys, I'm back. It is now Wednesday, and I made some more progress on Rule. Sorry, the book's not in my hands, it's in the other room. But I'm really liking this. It definitely has vibes of both Pretty Little Liars and Three Dark Crowns, which is what it says on the back. And there's also like a King Lear theme because there's three girls and they're all thriving for an opportunity to sit on the throne. But the thing that makes it so fast-paced is the secrets that these girls are holding, and I won't spoil them, but you literally find them out in the first 3 chapters. I just think it's a super fascinating read with a lot of political stuff, which I normally love. I love political reads. I think that they're super interesting, and I love books where sisters are thriving for something, and if it goes in the way of rivals or goes in the way of working together. I'm definitely more into the vein of working together, but the magic system in this book as well is super, super well done. I love how it's using blood. I think it's just a really unique system, and I'm really enjoying it like a lot, and I'm about 50% way through with it, but it's just a fun read. I'm really, really glad I wound up reading it. The next book I am going to read is Grace and Fury, which is another fantasy royalty novel. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. I think I might end this video after I finish reading Rule, and then my Epic Reads Day will be in a different vlog just because this video is getting a little bit long. And let me know in the comments if you guys like these reading vlogs and if you guys think I should do them every week or every other week, and I'll be happy to listen to your guys' feedback. But overall, I'm really enjoying doing these, and I will definitely check in later and let you guys know the progress I have made on Rule. But I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, Lori here. I am back. It is Wednesday night, and I have made some serious progress on Rule. I am on page 274, and it is like almost a 360-page book, so I've actually made a lot of progress. I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm in the moment where the book has hit like a climax, and I'm intrigued to see if the book's gonna go a predictable fashion that I kind of saw coming, or if it's gonna kind of shake me out and like make me see if I'm wrong. But right now, if it goes the way I'm thinking, I would say it's a little bit predictable, but I will have to read and let you guys know. But I really love the sister dynamics in this. I think their secrets are getting super complicated, and I just like the dynamics between the sister. They're definitely growing more interesting. The girls are so different. There's a lot of political stuff developing as well. And there's definitely a timeline in here, which I always like. I always like when books give you like a really easy timeline, because then you know how long the book is and something to shoot for. So I'm just liking all the dynamics. I think it's a super interesting and compelling book. If you're fans of Three Dark Crowns and you really struggled with the writing style, which I know some people have, this is like very similar to that, but has a much easier to like not as flowery language as that series, which I actually really like that series. But if you struggled with that, definitely not as dark as that series got, but their magic systems are also really different, and I do like the magic system in this like a lot. So overall, I'm really enjoying it. I really hope, if not to finish this tonight, to finish this tomorrow. But I'm really enjoying it and wanted to give you guys my thoughts. So I'll check in with you guys maybe when I have like 50 pages left, just to see where my thoughts are. Okay? I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Lori here. I'm here today to officially end this reading vlog. It is now Thursday, so tomorrow is Epic Reads Day. But I was doing some last minute shopping today with my cousin, and I wound up finishing Rule by Ellen Goudet. This book does not come out until September, I think. I really like this book. I would wind up giving it 4 stars because I thought that there was some predictable elements in this book, but overall I really enjoyed it. I thought that it was definitely a fast-paced mystery. It's definitely like reminds me of like a Sarah Shepard type of book because the writing is could be very, very simplistic. It's not as flowery as like a Laini Taylor or like a Kendare Blake, but it's a very, very compelling read. I love the world. I love the magic system. I think the 3 characters are super interesting. I love the dynamics between the girls. I'm really intrigued for book 2. I did kind of call the... I kind of called the villain, but then I didn't call the villain. So it was kind of interesting, but I definitely really liked it. If you struggled to get through Three Dark Crowns because of the flowery language, I would really recommend this because it has very, very similar dynamics. But the highlight of this book was definitely the magic system and the girls' dynamics between each other. But I am going to finish this book, and then next week's vlog will be about Epic Reads Day. I will show you guys my finished quote books that I made, and I will do some more reading, obviously. But I wanted to finish this and let you guys know that this is the end of this vlog. Let me know in the comments. Tell me guys what you have been reading. If you guys have been doing any reading challenges, how have they been going? And I'll talk to you guys next week.